Hey guys, I'm Jordan and you're watching Fixbook. After watching this video, your car problems stand about as much a chance as this laptop does against my hot lead. Now, make sure you stay tuned so you can see what happened to the laptop at the end of this video. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment down below. And the tools you'll need in today's video is some brake grease and a pick. Okay guys, so I was sitting here, I was working on something, and I ran into something, and it's a good opportunity. My old teacher used to call it, it's a good learning moment. As I run into these problems, I can sometimes kind of give you some helpful information for when you're doing a job like this on your own car. So basically, whenever you do your brakes, you always want to make sure that you address the sliding caliper pin. You want to make sure it's sliding back and forth. So if it's not sliding back and forth just perfectly, you're going to want to make sure you remove the caliper pin and then re-grease it and make sure you clean out that inner hole and then put it back in and make sure it's sliding back and forth nice. Now sometimes you can take out a caliper slide pin and it may look something like this. Now this is the learning moment. This is the helpful hint. If it comes out and it looks like this, that means A, there's either a seal stuck in there, or B, there was a seal on here and it came off and nobody put a new one back on. Now, in my particular case, there was a seal stuck in there and I just dropped it. That's what it's gonna look like, and mine's actually intact, so I'll be able to put them back on. So when I go to put it back in, we'll have that seal back on there. But if you pull it off and it looks like that, how it just looked without the seal, what you want to do is take a pick. You want to stick your pick in there and grab a hold of the seal and pull it on out, because when you go to put it back in, and if you've lubed it up, you're going to cause problems there because it's not going to be able to slide back and forth freely because there's a seal stuck in there. So just keep that in mind. That's my little learning moment or quick tip for today for doing your brake job. This just something you want to be aware of. And if you weren't aware of removing the caliper slide pins, it's also something you want to take note of. You want to make sure that your slide pins are sliding back freely. And sometimes they'll even be stuck to where you can't even move them, and you may be thinking, well, I bet you this type doesn't actually slide back and forth. That type actually, there's not any particular type. All slide pins slide. So if it's stuck, I have a video showing you how to remove that kind of slide pin. You can find that video by searching Fixbook slide pin, tough slide pin, hard to get out slide pin. Just Fixbook pin, brake pin. You should be able to find that video. So check that out. And that pretty much sums up today's video. Hopefully you've learned now that the slide pin's supposed to slide back and forth. And if you pull it out and it's missing a seal, you either need to replace the slide pin or you need to try and fish out the one you got in there. You need to make sure you fish it out because you can't have one of those in there when you go to put your new one back in or your regular one back in. So just keep those things in mind, and that concludes today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Haha, just kidding. The video is not over yet. I just wanted to give you an idea. If this was your first time hearing about the slide pin needing to be able to slide, I wanted to give you kind of an idea of what that's going to look like, a good sliding caliper slide pin. And this is one with a seal on it, so it's not going to spin it's not going to slide as freely as our upper one here that doesn't have a seal. And some of them don't have seals. It's not uncommon for one to have a seal and one not to have a seal. So I'm going to stick this guy back in, and depending on our circumstances here, this one is actually going to need quite a bit of work. But what I will do is I'll show you the upper one here, because the upper one was sliding just fine. So I'm gonna grab him. Okay, and I got my upper slide pin, and he's all nice and lubed up, so we're gonna stick him in, and we can see this one's not made to have a seal, and that's perfectly fine. That's how it's made. So we're gonna slide him back in, and we can see he slides freely back and forth without a problem. So that's what you're looking for. When it's installed, it's gonna look something like this right here. So you just want to make sure that your slide pin is able to slide back and forth freely. So this time for real, that concludes today's video. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to subscribe so you can catch all my new videos, which publish Mondays and Fridays at 9 a.m. Pacific Time, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, 11 a.m. Central Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, and I will see you then.